All right, we live. Do me a favor out here, Thun. Once you get situated, try
It's all right, brother. Parking your
on the grass.
driveway.
Come, yeah, in the driveway is too. Don't check the sound. Make sure the sound too. Well,
YouTube.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
I hear the doors.
Check. Oh, I was just about to say, I said that sounds like it's low. It sounds like it's low right now. You been up too out there? You quiet, brother. Chilling. Oh Lord.
Yeah. I gotta go do this thing. I gotta do this thing. Property tax.
Oh, because you're 100%.
Sir.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Comic-Con. So what they did was they sent us out the thing today, right?
Oh, to fill it out?
Nah, to pay it. Huh? They sent out the bill.
Some stuff. All right, what's our price?
They sent out the bill today, and so I called, exemption.
What's up, priest?
And the exemption.
Shut up. Get the brother set up. Hold on. My bad. They set him up in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Just rock and roll. Yeah.
What's the name of that song?
Huh?
What's the name of that song?
Yeah, Lord to the King. Yeah.
Deadline June 1st.
Yep, you gotta get in now.
I gotta go ahead and do the job for next year.
Yep. Yeah, they told me late too.
Oh, yeah. They make sure everybody know what to do.
After the fact.
Right. You're going expensive too, huh?
Hey, shit, it going up.
Like, yeah.
So I pulled my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't U.P.K, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down with something. Felt so deep, the trauma motherfucker. He said he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. That's what they believe, hard for me to follow.
You find out what it tested now, huh?
Come, yeah.
So you got that, but right there says,
yeah, it's yeah, you got to roll with it. Yeah. Got any water, anything you swap? 98 Navin. Oh man. Yeah, I just seen it when he texted.
Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach all my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring their blood and band sheets.
We're gonna try to get started on in a minute. Make sure everybody come on in.
I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Should call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the
Go ahead.
Oh man. That's it. I like that. No DNA test needed. Yeah. That's it, bro. No DNA test needed.
What that?
Maria made a video with my baby pictures and the baby.
Oh,
man,
it's scary. You know what I'm saying? It's scary when you look at when you do it like that.
Yeah, so
but you know what? How it's supposed to be though. Without a doubt. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh hell no! You better move. You know you better move.
Say, Mario, I don't need to get this right here.
Hold on, we'll get started in a second. I forgot I had to do the when you set up the, even though we doing this like we do the Zoom thing, the Zoom. I forgot the brother across the street like the Zoom too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like the Zoom. I get it. I get everybody like that Zoom, but it's like that Zoom be but it keep you on point. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like with your life. I'm trying to figure out how to set this thing up, how it's supposed to be. Huh? Nah, this the other one. I tell you. What's going on, Priest? Shalom, YAHANNA. But they let y'all get out early. Word. Hold tight, we're gonna get started. Let me make sure I put all this in the make sure I got both of them with the all right. That hardest song I ever heard in my life. Boy. Everybody, Twa, clap it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, same back time, same back channel. You know what I'm saying? With I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under commanding Junior YAHANNA. We're not affiliated with anyone. You understand? If we go out and teach our people that they are the true Jews of the Bible. And this whole world, out of anything you ever found or any question that you ever thought about in your life, the one thing we can all agree on is like, what is all this for? Like what is all this? What are all these laws? And once you get past what are all the laws, then you think about the first thing that you think about after you get that question asked is, why did I have to go through what I went through in life? You understand? It's these questions like you say, well, why did I have to learn this and why did I have to learn that? And if that meant that, then why did I have to go through this and why did I have to go through that? Then once you get yourself out of the way, you know, you start thinking about next, right? Everybody else. Because most of us start thinking about our lives first. You know what I'm saying? Well, why I ain't got no money and why I had to go through this in high school and why I had to go through this in grade school. And then you say, well, I understand my plight. Then next is, well, what about my mama? You know what I'm saying? Or either is what about my father or aunt or uncle that went through something, right? That's what we begin to do. And that's, believe it or not, that's what Brotherhood tends to give us a good foundation of understanding why us. and why you understand? Brotherhood allows you to see where you went wrong at, where we go wrong at. From the smallest lens to the greatest lens. It all boils down to like, what could you have done different in your life? You understand? All of it. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about brotherhood, you talk about not just how your decision making is also how people treated you. If you was the brother that always called and checked on everybody, and you wonder, well, damn, I'm always calling, making sure the brother's straight. Then in the back of your mind, what happens next? Well, why didn't nobody call and check on me?
Right.
You understand? Right. That could have been that may be you. But then we also think about what brotherhood has done to make us be stronger in this truth. And what it does is give us more cohesion. You understand? Brotherhood allows us to like latch on to each other in a way in the world you would never do. You understand? It allows you to open up and trust a brother that the way in the world, you had to grow up with that brother. How many of y'all got that one partner that you grew up with that you just remember that one partner? You got that one, right? Outside of that, who else is it? It ain't them, but it's small handful. It ain't that many.
Right.
I know that for a fact. I'm just saying for me, I maybe got like 3 brothers outside of the truth. But in here, it's like you got brothers all around the world. You got your brothers in your city with, but then you got brothers that you don't even know, but you know.
Right.
Why? Because y'all had the same platform, the same, you know what I'm saying, the same foundation. The same thing with sisters. Sister got sisters that they grew up with. They got that one best friend. But in here, you see sisters saying shalom all every goddamn where. That's what truth does, though. It allows you to clear up all those questions that you may have in life, so that way you can really have a good, strong relationship with somebody. You can't have a relationship that's built on BS. Just like the oppressor. How can you have a relationship with the oppressor when it's built on BS? Your relationship with the oppressor is built on you and being in servitude. The minute you go against something that the oppressor wants you to do, you think y'all gonna get along? If you say, man, he's talking about coming to your house and sitting down and eating something for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You can say, nah, I don't really want to go to, come to the Christmas party. It won't be a problem. You understand? But minute you say that ain't in the Bible that Christ told us to go celebrate Christmas. Oh, damn. You just took it up another notch then, you understand? The minute you say, well, I don't really like Thanksgiving or I don't really like ham and turkey and stuff like that. It's not a problem. You understand? It's not a problem at all. When you think the problem gonna come though? When you say what gonna happen when you know what I'm saying? We said Christmas. So when you think the problem gonna kick in for Thanksgiving? Now that you know the truth. Come on.
That is the celebration of
Now speak up a little louder, Barbara, because
it's the celebration of Saturnalia.
What else?
It goes against the scriptures.
What
it preaches to, what it tells us to do.
That's true. What else?
And it's a celebration of the bloodshed of I consider my brothers and sisters.
Oh, now it's a problem. Give them a hand, Barbara. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Now you said all that, I don't really like food, man. I'm watching my weight, watching my diet. It's not a problem at all. But the minute you say it's a form of it's a celebration for the murder of my brothers and sisters. Well, wait a minute, time out. You sure about that, Arthur? Now you take a basic conversation and it's gonna go left field, and they're gonna want you to prove every goddamn thing that come out of your mouth when they know it's true. You understand? Everybody who has a contradictory argument with something that you ask them to do, the minute that they start going back and forth with you, you already know that they somehow feel some kind of issue about it. Hey, man, you should stop smoking. Man, I just smoke every now and then. What? They have a foundation issue about what you're saying to them. Oh, man, women, man, y'all should not be having abortions. Hey, it's my choice. Pro-choice. Why? Because they have a foundational issue about what you're saying to them. Man, we can't be dealing with them other nations. We can't love everybody. Nah, man, you should love everybody. Why? Because they have a foundational issue about the truth. You understand? When you learn the truth about the Bible and what this up under Commander Jenny YAHANNA has taught us, the I.S.U.P.K, Like once you learn that truth, you no longer have those foundational issues anymore. It makes sense, right? So you can stand up on the platform, and if in any question that you have about your life, if you ask it, we'll get an answer for you. And it won't be our answer, it'll be what's in these scriptures. All right, so what we're gonna start with is Proverbs. Y'all know what I want. Y'all, you know what I want. I like to start there first because I don't know. We talk about foundations, right? And once again, tonight's topic is brotherhood. Everybody toward what I want. I had done.
Proverbs 3 and 31.
Come on, let's go. Get it to me, Barbara Shaw.
Come on. Book of Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
Uh-huh.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Envy thou not the oppressor. Come on.
And choose none of his ways.
And choose none of his ways. What we talked about earlier, when you're not envying your oppressor, you won't choose any of his ways. And the fact that you're not choosing any of his ways creates instant conflict. That's the instant conflict when the minute you realize Christmas is more than just gifts and presents or Christmas trees and wallabies. You understand? And Thanksgiving is more than just turkey and ham and family time. That's what they tell us, right? It's a time for us to come together and chill with our family. But once you understand what it really is, the truth about it, oh man, you realize that choosing their ways are something that you should not do.
Right.
And if you continue to do it, you have a foundational issue. You know what I'm saying? And anybody ever know anything about foundations for his housing, anything like that? Go ahead.
It's supposed to help make the house stable.
Stable, right? So now in building constructions, there's you have wood or 2x4s. You have two sides to that wood. Anybody know what those two sides of the woods are? Never heard of that? Look it up right quick. Look up the two sides of each piece of wood. Look up a 2x4. We're talking about foundation, right? Look up the two different sides of a 2x4. Y'all look it up right quick. We're talking about foundation. You got two different sides of the wood. Let me know what y'all come up with. Y'all can put that in your Google machine real quick. See what you come up with. Y'all find it? Come on. That Google ain't helping y'all out that fast.
It's a lot. Is it a face and an edge?
Face and edge. What else?
That's all it says.
You ever heard this expression, the true side of the wood?
Oh, come.
Is that on there?
Lie.
Look that up right quick. The true side. Look that up right quick. True side of the wood. Or you say put it flush. You ever heard those expressions in wood? A building? I ain't gonna harp on it too long. Let me know if y'all find it real quick. You find anything on it? Go ahead, I thank you.
What is the true measurement of the 200 versus
I don't think it's gonna be true measurement. It's gonna say the true side. What it is, like, all right, so let me give y'all this. Like when you stand up a 2x4 when you're building a foundation, right? You're building a frame of a house. You got the wood naturally bends and at some point, right? But it don't bend on both sides. It only bend on one side. You ever heard of a board being warped? You understand? So when you're building a foundation, you got to be able to know, all right, you got to put the board on the floor on something flat, and you're gonna know what side you want to stand up for as the foundation of a board. You don't put the board that's warped, because when you cut it, it bends. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime you ever scraped a ribbon before with a what they call it, a pair of scissors. You ever did? And you see they give out balloons, and you scrape it, and at a certain you go across it a couple times. What that string begin to do? Curl up. You understand? So the same thing happened with wood. Wood is cut. You don't go out there in the woods out there and find a perfect slab of wood. Wood is cut. So that razor go across it or the sawmill go across it, it creates a wedge sometimes. You understand? So, but when you're building a foundation, everything is set, right? You make sure everything is what? Square. You make sure everything is laid out perfectly right before, and in doing so, what? You building up, right? That's what this is talking about. Like if you choosing the oppressor ways, your foundation will be warped. You understand?
Right.
All that's gonna be sideways. So read on.
Come on. Verse 32. For the forward.
La, finish reading that.
Oh, come on. And choose, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Go ahead.
Verse 32.
And choose none of his ways. So what is it talking about? The ways that we choose, Baba Kashaw. Y'all know I like to go into this. Come on, I thank you.
It means one of his ways. It means go. It means celebrating his holidays. It means treating your woman the way they want you to treat a woman.
Right.
Like she's like to raise her up.
Like she's your God, right?
Yeah, like she's your
God.
Right. It's wanting to love everybody.
Right.
Those are like examples.
So let me ask you a question, Awaba. So if you are not if you are envying your oppressor, what are you missing out on?
The protection for the Most High.
What else? That's true. You're missing out that's true. But what else are you missing?
You're missing the unity of brotherhood.
Give him a hand. You understand? What made you say that else?
I mean, we are in the brotherhood class.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah, when you begin to envy your oppressor, you miss out on the greatest thing that the Most High gave you. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest things, that's your brother. You understand? When you choosing your oppressor ways, you're not choosing to be with your brother. When you choosing your oppressor way, you're not choosing your sister over the ways of this world. You understand? When you choose the oppressor, you're not choosing your children. You know what I'm saying? All right, everybody good. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 8. 32 and 8. Everything the brother was saying, he said, we're in the brotherhood class. You knew, you had to think about it, huh?
Wow.
You just knew it off top. Because you say, if I keep going, I know I'm going to be here all day. Come.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. What? When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
According to the number of children of who?
Of Israel.
Go ahead.
Verse 9. For the Most High's portion is his people.
For the Most High's who?
Portion. Is his people.
Go ahead.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
What is this talking about?
So like if I may, sir, it's saying that when the Most High separated the people and gave the people their inheritance, gave the people what the Most High is going to give to every certain people, he gave a certain people himself per se, and he gave himself to us, and he gave us him.
That's true.
So
come on.
So like if I may, is saying that basically that we belong to the Most High.
That's right. So why would we choose anything else? If the Most High said, I choose you, why would you choose your oppressor ways? Why would we do it? If the Most High gave you your brothers, gave you Jake, give me some Levi, Judah, you know what I'm saying? Issachar, Naphtali, you know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us all of that, gave us each other. Why would we choose somebody else? It's like, I don't know, the Most High gave you LeBron James, and you want to pick up who? Give me somebody that's bummy. Come on now.
What is it?
Who you gonna run with? I'm about to offend somebody. Paul George.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all don't like Paul George either. No. Oh, okay. Would you look? He said, no. What's the other brother from La? I'm gonna do it the right way. The Lord gave us LeBron James, and you want to go and pick up he played with Ben Simmons. What's his name? Joel Embiid. Yeah, you want to go out and pick up Joel Embiid. Every time he go up and do something, he back hurting and he you know, come on, man. Why don't you just pick up LeBron? The Lord gave us brothers, right, Shamyor? He gave you the perfect brother, but because of the ways of the world, you don't see him as being the perfect brother for you. Because you celebrate Thanksgiving and you and he celebrate Christmas at different times. Y'all don't think y'all perfect brothers. Because the religions of the world have you thinking you something different than your brother. You a Christian and he's talking about he believe in Islam. Let me let you in a little secret. Both of y'all, you know what I'm saying, are Christians.
Right.
But when you learn the truth about it, when you have a good foundation, then guess what? You will always pick your brother regardless. We do it with boxing. We don't give a damn who boxing. We always pulling for the brother. I don't give a damn what he look like. If he in the ring with the oppressor, guess who you rooting for?
Right.
Let me show you a little trick. If you in the ring with them, guess who everybody else is rooting for? Who? Raise your hand. Go ahead. Why are they rooting for the oppressor? Come on, Ayathan.
They don't see you as a brother.
They don't see you as their brother. Give them a hand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know it. You know what I'm saying? There are tons of movies like the Great White Hype, and you know what I'm saying? They say, well, why you think Paul Logan, what's his name? Jeff Logan? Go ahead. Logan season, you never trust somebody with two first names. I will tell you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just like when Floyd fought Pacquiao and all those oppressors wanted Pacquiao to beat him.
Come on.
He beat him and they said he cheated.
Oh, they hated it, man. They hated that, man. But we think it's some kind of strange coincidence why they treat us and say the things that they say to us all the time. Why there's a Karen every goddamn week on the ground crying and shaking and lying on another brother.
Right.
You want to know why? Because the Lord gave us the perfect inheritance, man. He gave you your brothers. He gave you your sisters. But we'd rather choose the ways of the world. Right? All these situations that we end up reaching and putting ourselves in, we don't have to. The one person who needs you the most is the one that's right beside you 9 times out of 10. That brother that you going to the slave with and you leave and you saying, you all right, man? And brother say, yeah, man, you're just hard. That's all he got to say. And you're going to understand exactly what he's talking about. He don't even have to express it. But guess what? You're going to understand what's coming out of his mouth. Why? Because y'all brothers. Because y'all belong to the Most High. Y'all have more than just a color connection, if I may. You understand? It's a spiritual connection. It's blood, if I may. All right. Go to Leviticus 20 and 26, Baba Kashaw. Everybody to what? Y'all let me know if you have any questions or anything I went over so far.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 26.
Go ahead.
And ye shall be holy unto me. For I am the Lord, am holy. And have severed you from other people, that ye should know, Salakia, that ye should be mine.
All right, so break that down now, Abba.
Salakia from Esther, it says, and ye shall know, and ye should be holy unto me. So he's saying that, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are separate, and they're separate unto the Most High, unto his liking. And it says, for I am the Most High and holy, and have severed you from other people.
So what does the word holy mean?
Holy means to be separate.
And what does it mean to be severed?
Separate. Oh, severed means to be, violently ripped apart.
Right. So what is that letting you know right there?
Saying that the Most High has violently ripped us apart and made us different from all the other people.
Why?
So that we could, because we are in his inheritance.
And what else? Everything you're saying is right, but I want to get to a deeper understanding of it, if I may, Baba Kashaw. But it's based off brotherhood. When you sever something, right? You're violently ripped apart. Ripped apart from what though?
All the other people.
Okay, so what would be what's the advantage of being ripped apart from everybody else? What's the advantage of it?
The advantage is that you've been chosen.
That's true. What else?
And that you're not like them.
And you're not like them. And doing that allows you to not be what?
Not being an individual.
If it's just like, you ever heard of the horse with blinders on? Like, it's the same thing, right? Well, why are they putting blinders on the horse?
So they can focus on what's in front of them.
Right. So yeah, they focus on what's in front of them, but also it stops what?
Yeah, from looking at the other horse beside.
Or being what else?
Distracted.
That's what this is about. When we talk about brotherhood and the Most High severing us and violently ripping us from other nations, these things allow us not to be distracted. You understand? You look at the other nations and you see the things they're doing. We look at them, and some of us be like, "That's dumb as hell." You know what I'm saying? Some of us clearly see it and be like, "You know what? That don't make no damn sense." But then some of us be like, "You know what? I want to try that.
All right.
That looks like fun. That looks like fun." But some of the foods they eat, you be like, "You know what? Now you ever what's the stuff that they be them Africans be making? Is it that smell? What is it, show me, y'all? Fufu. The smell of it. You know what I'm saying? And you got you a sister. She says she's from Africa. Now you throwing on a goddamn orange dashiki in the middle of, you know what I'm saying, July. Talking about you African, you sweating, you know what I'm saying? With leopard print. These are the things that we fall into because the distractions of the world, we follow them, man. And in following them, you lose the thing that the Lord gave you, and that's your brother. Following them, you lose the thing that the Lord gave you, and that's your sister. Like, he severed you for a reason. Not for you to try to run back and latch on to the things that he set you apart from. How can you be holy and separate when you're a part of the things that's going to destroy you? How can you be? And if you're a part of the things that's going to destroy you, how are you going to teach the ones that are following you? How are you going to be a brother to the brother that looks just like you when you're part of the system that is destroying both of you? You think Christianity makes you strong? Like, them brothers look at us and say, man, what they always say about a brother in UPK, I.S.U.P.K? Well, one of the first thing they always say. That's one, definitely the motorcycle group. We get that one all the time. But what else though?
So like it, they always say that when we're around, they feel safe.
Or they say, what else? Damn, y'all look strong.
Right.
Why? What is it about you that looks strong? When you go out to camp and your life, I know you look in the mirror because I see it on each and every last one of y'all. When you look in that mirror, you know without a shadow of a doubt, you are different than when you first came in this goddamn classroom. Right. I know that without even, you don't have to tell me that. But what is it that you see in that mirror that you did not see when you was in Christianity or in the world? What is it? Go ahead.
My brother behind my back.
That's true, but what else? What else do you see? You in the mirror by yourself. What do you see when you look at that mirror?
So I can say the spirit of the Most High.
And which is what? You're not like everybody else. You begin to really see it. You begin to really see that thing that you say, you know what? I'm not like everybody else. I don't eat what everybody else eat. Right. I don't celebrate what everybody else celebrate. I don't love what everybody else love. I really understand I have a real purpose here on earth, man. And I don't give a damn what nobody else says. I know that I'm different. And you begin to embrace it. You begin to believe that you're different. You begin to live a life that shows that you're different. you realize what severed really means. You're violently the Most High. The Most High don't sugarcoat a goddamn thing when it comes to the truth. You smoke, you're gonna die. Lung cancer, heart disease, and emphysema. Pick one. You hear it, either you change or you die. Either you live or you die a death. Pick one. And then picking one, you gotta cut it off. Once you realize something is causing you pain, the scripture says if something offend you, do what? Cut. If our hands offend you, what it say? Cut them off. If our eyes, I'm roughly paraphrasing, what it do? Plug it out, right? Why? Why does scripture say that? Because those things slow you down from being severed. You understand? Those things slow you down from being holy, being separate. How many things we try to attach ourselves to in the world that did not work out? You ever tried to just work something out for Valentine's Day for your old ex-girlfriend? You just tried. You had like, let's say you had $53. You already know you got to get a big ass, like a big bear. What else? You got to get a box of candy, some roses, and you might get a hotel room. So you try to figure out how to look. You laughing. Guess what you trying to? So what you do is first, our brother gonna do. He gonna go get the hotel room first. He gonna make sure y'all. He gonna make sure he get the hotel room. Show y'all. Yeah, and then he gonna get that $12 box of heart candy, right? He gonna get that $12 rose that at the food line or the local grocery store that's in the bucket, right? Because they got them for like $2, right? And the last thing what's the brother gonna get? He not gonna get the big bear. He gonna get the bear from Family Dollar or something like that, and he gonna put it all on the bed so she can see it. When you get severed from the world, don't none of that stuff matter. You understand? Don't none of it matter. You understand what I'm saying, yo man, Kevin? Don't none of it matter, because you become different. You become strong, and the strength that you will gain it's come from being around your brothers. It takes real courage and determination to really be in here. It's damn near impossible, man. It's damn near impossible. They say all black. I forgot what the numbers are, but it's a number of like the percentage of black men that end up going to jail before they turn 25. Somebody look that up for me right quick. What's your percentage of black men going to jail before the age of 25? What's the percentage? I mean, it's a number that's up there. I forgot the number, but I know it's up there. What's your percentage? Black men going to jail before the age of 25, if I may. I forgot what it was, but it's a pretty good number. Y'all find it? Young man Jeremiah. Cut it out. What you got, Ayathan?
I got it says 15.9, but I think that's a lot.
$15.9. What you got? What you got, Ayathan?
I think that's a lot.
How's that? 56%.
56. Yeah. 56% of black men that go to jail or spend some kind of jail time before the age of 25. Let that sizzle on your chest for a little bit. That means more. That's more than 1 out of every 2, ain't it, Shamil?
Right.
Go ahead. What you about to say, brother?
As I started scrolling down, it started comparing. It was like 11% of Pennsylvania is black, and I went further and it said 51% of the prison population is black. So that's 51%.
So you mean you in Pennsylvania you have more black men in prison than you do free in Pennsylvania? 60-40. You see why it's imperative that we get a solid foundation up. You see why the UPK and the work that the brothers and sisters are doing here it's so important. You see why? Because if we're not severed from everything else, those numbers they will continue to grow up. They'll continue to go up. Huh? That's what happened when we choose these other nations over being severed from the Most High. So like it being severed from the other nations. All right, we 12 on that. Drop down to verse 2, Deuteronomy 7:2. You was already there, our boy. Yeah, ready then.
7:2, sir.
Baba Kashar.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, smite them, and utterly destroy them.
So this is what the Most High will do for us. This is what the Most High going to do for us, but he's been severed. We have to be severed first.
Right.
Read on.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
Do what?
Make no covenant with them.
With who? Go ahead.
Nor show mercy unto them.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Make what?
Marriages with them.
Make marriages with them. Go ahead.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son. Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Why not?
Verse 4.
Lies. Start right there. Why not? Why not? Come on, I think.
It just will never work. You can just see it. If a man marries a white woman, he's gonna be influenced by that woman.
Right.
Because the cultures will have to intermingle.
Yeah. Because we'll be fooled thinking that I love her. You know what I'm saying? You dating somebody, you be messing around eating hibachi back wings. You know what I'm saying? You never know what I'm saying? You be eating hibachi back wings and clam chowder. Right. Thinking you moving on up. But what else about us choosing making marriages with these other nations that will happen to us? When we go ahead, our boss.
Making that marriage with them will cause you to serve their power, and it will cause you to, lose your inheritance that the Most High gave you, and initially pull you away from your brother,
right,
sister.
Come on, I think.
So like you said, I was about to say it was going to take away from the sisters needing strong brothers, because we're giving that love to some animal that don't need it.
Right. What do a person need with your love?
All right.
He don't need what do he need your love for? To get a job? To make him happy? The person don't need that, man. He needs you to make sure you're in servitude so he can be happy. What would loving the oppressor look like? Shaking hands with him, going out to eat lunch with him, riding in this pickup truck? What would it look like for us? Go ahead.
Fighting his wars.
Fighting his wars, join his police department. Now, what would love for your brother look like? Go ahead.
Giving your life for your brother, making sure, you know what I'm saying, like he got a place to live. You see him on the street, you talking to him, you seeing how you doing, you making sure he got it how you got it. If you got it, he got it.
That's true, but what does it look like? Come on, I think.
So like for you, sir, going to camp, making sure you at camp with your brothers,
coming
in class, learning with your brothers.
Give them a hand. Yes. That's what it looks like. It looks like what you're doing right now. Right. That's what the love for your brother or sister would look like. What else could it be? So you get it? Most High in Christ. Let's drop that. Let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 18, and Baba Kashar. Everybody 12. Y'all tired tonight, man. What's going on? Something must have happened. I don't know nothing about. So what's going on? Okay. 18 and let's start at verse 3.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children.
Be what?
Become as little children.
Go ahead.
Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Break that down.
So like if a mason is saying, verily I say unto you, except you be converted, as it says, in Romans, it says, be ye converted by the, renewal of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So, you have to change the way you think, change the way you talk, change the way you do everyday life,
mm-hmm.
and be converted into that new man and let that old man die.
Right. So think about, what does brotherhood look like in the world? For us, just be frank with me. What's your idea of brotherhood or sisterhood in the world? What does it look like? Come on, show me y'all.
Playing sports together.
Playing sports, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
So like y'all gonna say rocking a red or blue flag.
Red or blue, game banging, you know what I'm saying? What else? Come on. Selling dope, right? What else?
Mm-hmm. Hitting the lick together.
Hitting the lick. All those things are what we consider to be that. Oh, that's my brother. That's my dog. So when we talking about coming in here and learning this truth, man, you got to put down all those things. I mean, every little bit that you think of, all of it. Cause then you start learning brotherhood ain't me putting myself in harm's way.
That's right.
Cause 9 times out of 10, that's what we're doing. And when I say harm's way, not only we putting ourselves harm's way out in the world, we putting ourselves in harm's way of the Most High too.
Right.
You understand? It's more than just what we see. Like in anything you do, so do you run through the house playing with knives? Why not? Because it's dangerous. You understand? Give him my hand. But the problem is we run through this world all the time playing with dangerous things. Our whole lives reflect around things that should be dangerous at first thought. I mean, you riding around with guns loaded, one in the chamber. That's what we doing. Don't you consider that dangerous? That is dangerous, right? If you seen people getting their fingers shot off by fireworks, you seen those things? No. Have you heard about it? You hear people getting hit in the eye with fireworks? No, but have you heard about it? You have not heard about it? Oh, different. You ever seen a fires getting started by fireworks? No, you ever heard about it? Damn. They don't even know they're in danger, show me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They just living, man. Living. But we done things our whole lives not knowing the type of danger that we've been in. Christianity is come on.
So like you just said something that was so heavy.
Go ahead.
That when I just thought about it, like with the younger generation, you say just living.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when we join our oppressor in his ways. Our children don't know they're in danger.
Right.
Because everything that we know to be dangerous becomes normal to them.
Yeah, they normalize it. It's a big damn gorilla over here in the cage to say, do not feed. You understand? It's on the cage to say, do not feed this gorilla. He will rip your head off and spit down your throat. And we've been running by everybody feeding the gorilla. You know what I'm saying? But we think we slip, like, watch, I can make a move. But guess what, though? You don't understand the danger of the child. Right. The child don't have the same moves you know what I'm saying? He don't have the same protection. He don't have the same experience that you think you have in life. But at some point, that gorilla catches you too. It's called prison. You understand? It's caused death. Our people been playing with Christianity for so goddamn long, the same way we talking about this gorilla in that cage.
Right.
Playing with it, not knowing the type of danger that we are in, man. We got to come back. We got to come as little children. And what do little children always do? What children always do, brother? What one thing that a child is going to do? Come on.
Ask questions.
The child going to ask questions. Miss Johnson, why your breath smell like, you know what I'm saying? salmon meat. You know what I'm saying? Miss Daddy, kids they're gonna have so many questions. So many questions, right? But guess what? As a brother, that's what brotherhood comes into play at. That's what brotherhood comes into play, because you got somebody who's coming to you and they're like children. I mean, they're vulnerable.
Right.
For all the officers out there, young men and troopers and sisters coming in, you got to remember, like, when they come in here, they are offering over everything that they learn in their life. They say, you know what, I want to get it right. I want to. You got to remember, every word that comes out of your mouth as a priest and prophet of the Lord, you're accountable for it. Somebody is like a child waiting like a sponge waiting to soak up this truth.
Right.
So the first thing we have to teach them is about brotherhood. That's their foundation, right? And we get the foundation right, then we can raise a brother. We can raise a sister out of the dust of the ground, right? Out of their lowest state, the lowest condition, correct? That's what we want to do. But if we're not teaching them as they are children, and when they come to us as children, what do you think they're going to do as when they begin to grow in this truth? They're going to have spots missing. They're not going to be as level as they should be when we talk about foundations. The brotherhood is not going to be where it should be. Right? But as a child, as a young man, as a young trooper, you're looking to make sure, like, I got what I need. Just like a baby, if a child don't have what they need, what do? I.S.U.P.K? They cry out. Now that don't always mean they need something, but a baby crying is like an alarm to make you pay attention to what's actually going on. And that's what brothers are when they come into this truth. Y'all just don't know, like, how minute every detail is when it comes to this truth, man. Because in the world, they leave so many gaps out, man. It filled with gaps. Christian church is filled with gaps.
Right.
That's why everybody who comes in there have 1,000 goddamn questions. And then once you get, it's just like a baby. Once again, a child. A baby's crying and hungry and doing all kind of things and putting themselves in what? Harm's way, right? They're doing things that could be what, young man Kevin? Dangerous. And guess what we have? Guess what Commander General YAHANNA has taught us to be? Be that father to the fatherless. You understand? So you take that baby and you birth him. You feed him with what first? I.S.U.P.K? What? Come on now. You know what you give, baby? Milk.
Oh, come.
Want some milk? You know, a baby want milk,
Oh, goodness.
right? Milk. You give a young baby milk, correct? And once the baby get full, what do? You get to patting them on the back. Salaki. So now you patting the baby on the back. Now what happens to the baby after that? The baby burp. And after so long of eating milk and begin to get the right amount of nutrition, what happens? Now the baby start eating table food. Right? Now everybody know when a child is malnutrition, if you take the doctor in for an appointment, one of the first thing they ask a parent when you take your child in? Is the baby eating right? What they call it, lactation, if I may. That they call it. That's one of the first things that the doctors do when you deliver a child. They make sure that the woman is producing what? Milk. So the baby can get properly fed. So when you come in here as a child, my job, our job in the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA is to give you that proper lactation, if I may. You understand? Make sure that you latching on to this truth. They want you slipping off. You ever heard it? You said, make sure you latch on, right? You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it. Yeah, make sure, just like you, young man Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? But you got to make sure that the child and the young brother, make sure y'all latch on. That's brotherhood. It's my job to make sure that you're latched on. Huh? Make sure you're getting the proper milk. Because if not, if I'm, and Lord forbid I mess this part up, what you think will happen with you in this truth? Everything you do could be messed up.
That's right. Until
you meet another brother who you latch on to that brother. Right? Read on.
Oh, God, sir. Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever therefore
Mm-hmm.
shall humble himself
Uh-huh.
as this little child,
Uh-huh.
the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
So what does this mean when you humble yourself? What as a child, what is taking place? Come on.
Basically, not acting like you know everything.
That's true.
Be willing to get correction.
Willing to be corrected, right? You know what I'm saying? You I don't need to hear all that. A baby, you tell a child something, hey, don't do that. That's what, young man Kevin. That's dangerous. Young man Kevin, track it over there, man. That's dangerous. And once you realize something dangerous, child be like, you know what, that makes sense. Willing to be corrected. But an adult that think they know every goddamn thing, it can be danger. What they say, well, I've been eating pork my whole life. Christmas, ain't nothing wrong with Christmas. Presents, that's all it is, just presents, right? It just food, right? Hey man, you shouldn't be loving them other nations, man. You know, the scriptures say don't give your sons and daughters over to another nation. What do you mean? Like don't be having sex with other nations outside of Israel. This is your brother, this is your sister. Nah, man, love don't know no color. I love who I want to love. All right. Let me know how far you get with that. Until you need somebody who really there for you. I know you ain't calling her grandparents. You calling Becky grandparents? Nah, you're not calling them because you know they'll call you a nigga.
That's right.
You married that Negro boy. Ain't that what they say? No, nobody else talk about it. We're always the ones that always trying to express love to every goddamn body else.
Right.
What do they offer you? A job? What, some kind of formal education or a basketball or football scholarship? Come on. Yeah. Offer you what now? Distractions. That's what it is. Most give them a hand. God damn. The other nations are always offering you distractions from you loving your brother and your sister, man. They offer us tons of things to us to get caught up in that wouldn't allow you to love their brother who looks just like you. Right. You would think that it's him that has the problem. It's not him that has the problem. It's Christianity. It's Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. It's Valentine's Day. It's the oppressor that is ruling over all of us. That's the goddamn problem. Right. For every brother that's in prison right now, blame the oppressor for it, man. Blame him. Don't no child grow up with the idea that I want to be a criminal my whole goddamn life, man. That is learned behavior from the oppression that we live here in this empire. You see these young kids nowadays, they doing all these crazy dances. Where they learning these dances from, huh? That adult that's supposed to be teaching them. They had a responsibility of knowing that that's a child, and the things that you're showing them should not be meat. You're not teaching them the type of what that they in. You're not teaching them the type of danger that is out there in the street. She's 12, 13 years old, gyrating and vibrating upside down on every goddamn thing. Grown man out there. She sure is pretty. Yep. You don't shut your... You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All of it is messed up. The whole goddamn system is jacked up. It's all based on us being not brothers, not sisters, not realizing that the Lord has severed us from everybody else, not knowing that we're holy, and not knowing that you're supposed to be set apart. You'll always be in what? Danger. But you going over to Becky's house, chilling with her grandparents, and they play the one black song on the radio, and you think you're part of the family. What they playing? Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. You're like, yeah. They trying to get you to dance. What's the other one? The Cupid Shuffle that they play for the black folks all the time? You think you're a part of the family. You just don't know you're their entertainment. All right? Read on, our boy.
I'm gone, sir. Verse 5. Mm-hmm. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me.
Do what?
Receiveth me.
Right. Read on, though.
Verse 6. Mm-hmm. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones.
But who?
who shall offend one of these little ones shall believe in me. Slakia, which believe in me.
That's right.
It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
Now, who's saying this?
Yahusha, sir.
What is he saying about that? Break that down for me.
Concert, Slakia, if I may say, but whosoever shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, better for him that millstone be hanged from his neck. Slakia, if I may, sir, he's saying that the ones that have humbled themselves, changed their life and started to believe on me, if you offend one of them, come against one of them, then, what's going to happen to you is going to be, you're going to wish you were, just thrown over a lake.
Right now, all right, so who is the little ones, if I may? Let's start there first.
Slakia, if I may, sir, it's talking about the children.
It's talking I mean, as children like. Come on, I tell you. Who are the little ones? The young men. That sister that coming into class. You got it now, Abad? Those are the little ones because they're what? They're like children. They're looking up to. They're ready to be what? Fed. Right? And if and somebody offends them, now break it down.
That's like he's saying, like, if you offend them, after they, humble themselves, come in, change their life, even the persecution that they're going through, it's hard to come in here and actually change your life after something.
We just read the numbers on it, right? What we said, 56%? And that's just in Pennsylvania. So you mean if you walk through these doors and you made it out of that 56% and I offend you, you get what I'm saying, right? You escape that, or you come from that, and you come in here, and a brother or sister offends you. You see how serious that is? Y'all, you with me, right? You escape that. Think about the partners that you lost, or that sister that dealing with all type of issues in the world. Children don't know their father. Father don't know their children. Sister lying to him. He lying to her. Going to prison. You got to depend on somebody else. Y'all check me out, bro. You got brothers that will call somebody else. That'll call you. You got a partner that'll call you on the phone, right? He'll call you just because he know you would accept the collect call. He gonna call you. The mama not gonna answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else gonna call. He gonna call that one brother. He gonna call you, and you gonna have that collect call from CCJ, Cumberland County Jail, right? And they'll say, "Do you accept? Put your card number in." What you gonna do? We'll put your card number in, right? And 9 times out of 10, they used to. I don't know if they do it anymore, but where I'm from, they used to do this. He gonna call you, and before you even can say, "What's going on, cuz? Everything straight? What you need? Anything?" Guess what he gonna ask you to do? You might not know that. Come on, I think.
It's crazy that he said it. Wow, man, just called him.
Oh, he just called you.
And I'd say he gonna call my big mama.
Man, give him my hand, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't making this up.
Right.
You say your partner just called you, right? And he's gonna ask you to get a message to his baby mother. Cause she ain't answering the goddamn phone now. But you take a brother who dealing with that and he make it in here. He's willing to, he done humbled himself. He done tried everything. Everybody else done played him for the food. He done celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. Done worked hard, ain't got a goddamn thing to show for it. He done pulled himself up by the bootstrap like they said, and he still end up in the same goddamn condition.
That's right.
Christianity is a hell of a drug, guy.
Right.
And that brother who's going through all of that somehow crawls in here, stumbles in here on his hands and knees. Some people literally heard the stories, literally brothers crawling out of the situation that they in to come into the school, coming to the I.S.U.P.K. And he come in here and sit down and you play with him and you offend him. Now you see why Christ said what he said. Read that verse again, Baba Kashaw.
Concert, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones.
Whoso. That means whoever. Pick somebody. Who offends one of these little ones. Come on.
Which believe in me.
That what?
Believe in me.
What does it mean to believe in Christ? Come on.
To follow after him.
Follow after him meaning what though?
To do as he commanded. And as regards to the class, treat your brother like a brother.
When you believe in something, what do you do?
So like it, sir, I give my life to
whatever that it takes. You understand? When you believe in something, brother, you do whatever that it takes, huh?
Right.
Whatever that it takes. I mean, ask a professional athlete what they believe in, make it to the NBA. They do whatever that they take. Knees out of place. You know how many professional athletes have broken fingers and you ever seen Charles Barkley walk? You ever Charles Barkley walk like that? He believed that one day he was gonna get that ring. It didn't happen, but he was willing to do whatever that it takes. I thought. When you believe in following Christ, you do whatever that it takes, huh? And the Most High recognizes that. When you come in here and you go out on the Sabbath, brother, that's part of you doing whatever that it takes. You standing up 6, 7, 8 hours sometimes in the cold, in the hot, it's sweaty. Everybody else riding by, got the music bumping. And you out there looking for that one person that willing to humble themselves out. That one person. That's something to believe in because you willing to do whatever that it takes. Can't nobody do it for you. That's got to be yours. Ain't nothing I could say. You got to be like, you know what? I believe in this. Why everybody else is talking crap and they enjoying their life. I believe in this. I believe that the oppressor. You know how many people know all the games that the oppressor play. Everybody know that the white man knows some slick stuff all the time, huh? Right. But they don't believe it the way you believe it. You believe in, you know that who he is. Right. That old serpent in the garden, that great red dragon. Right. Now you know who he is. Right. So all that smiling and kiki and caca in your face, man, yeah, I know what you're about. Why? Because you really believe in this. And you come in and sit down in this class, it shows that you believe in this. So if I got brothers coming in here, and he believes in this, and I offend this brother, read on.
It were better for him.
It will do what?
It was better for him.
It would be better for him. Read on.
That a millstone.
That a what?
A millstone.
So what's a millstone, Baba Kashaw? You know what a millstone is? What is it?
It's like a giant boulder.
A giant boulder. A giant, like a millstone. Read on.
Were hanged about his neck.
A giant boulder that was around somebody's neck, right? Read on.
Oh God. And that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
In the depth of the sea. What did depth of the sea mean?
The deepest part.
The deepest part of the sea, huh? Come on, show me, y'all.
That's like I was gonna say, if any brother want to know that if Christ was black, that's how black people talk.
Yeah.
He describing how much hell he's gonna give you.
I'm gonna give you pure hell, like.
Right.
Why? Why was Christ talking like this? Come on, show me up.
The precept is if the king shall, if you one of the least brothers,
I got it.
That's it.
I got it.
That's it.
Matthew 25 and 40.
Read it. Go ahead.
And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the least of one of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Why is he saying that though? That's true. Come on, Shamil.
So, like sir, you were saying that if you offend a brother, I take it like you did it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give you hell.
Why? Because he believes in him, man.
That's right.
He believes in him, man. You come in here and change your life. You ain't just coming in here like you ain't just come on.
So like, and because Christ was out there on the street,
right?
Work, so he knew what it takes for a brother Like he know what it takes. The rich man couldn't even get rid of his stuff. Christ knows what it takes, what a brother has to give away,
right,
in order to come into
right.
Follow him.
He know what he gotta know the type of ways that he's not choosing. You understand? Right. He knows, and that's why he say it took upon him not to take on the like the appearance of angels. You know what I'm saying? But like unto his brothers, like you, like me. You know what I'm saying? You see what the scripture is saying? That's why it's so important when a brother comes in here or a sister comes in here, brother, you got to treat them like, man, let me say Salakia. Excuse me. Baba Kishah. Because if not, the things that you say to them, they're going to repeat it out.
That's right.
You ever seen little kids that be cussing? Man, you stupid, man. You be like, man, you cuss like a what? What do we say? When you see little kids cursing, what they say? Man, you cussing like what? Come on.
Old man.
You cussing like an old man. You cussing like a grown person. Why? Because that's where they getting it from.
All right.
That's who they listening to. What Steve Harvey say, Sister Odell and the Kings of Coming that we talk about, right? You get it from an old person. So what do we say? We don't want those cuss words. What do we say? We're going to teach our children that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. What do we begin to teach our children? That Christmas is not of the Most High. Right. What do we begin to teach our children? Like the righteous acts that the Most High laid out for us to follow. Instead of everything else that's out there in the world. Right. It's tons of fireworks and 4th of July's that we can teach them. That's only going to allow them to end up in that 56% though.
Right.
I want our children to be part of that crew that is severed. What is that crew that is severed? That 144.
That's right.
We want to be in them numbers, huh? And that's when you begin to live real life. Everything that's out there in the world, bro, that's not life, that's death.
Right.
Don't choose death. This is life that the Lord has given us. And when a brother want to change his life when he walked through these doors and he's becoming as a little child, we cannot play with it. You don't take advantage of somebody who's as a child, who's trying to learn or trying to be taught. Why would you try to take advantage of that? You're taking away their innocence, if I may. You wouldn't do that. What type of person that would do that? That's a cruel, disgusting person, man. And because Christ understood that, you can't show me up. And Christ understood that. What did he say you should do with him? Throw him in the depth of the sea, man. I ain't making this up. These ain't my words. With verse 6. Come on, man. The kingdom of heaven like a treasure. So it's hard to find. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down. Go ahead. What you about to say, brother? Oh, bad. Yeah, man. I should be a rapper, man. Drop down to verse 7. Read verse 7.
Concept, verse 7. Woe unto the world.
Do what?
Woe unto the world. Because of offenses. For it needs be that offenses come.
Okay.
But woe to the man by whom the offenses cometh.
What does this mean?
Slack, if I may start saying that destruction to the world, which woe means destruction, and it says that world because of the offenses. And it says that for it must needs that offenses come. It says that man is tried in fire, so you have to be offended in order, to be proven that you'll be able to be in, that 144, that, and it said, woe to the man which offenses come, which we know that the Most High uses men to do his bidding. So he's saying,
Salagia. What's up, bro? For sure. Okay. Go ahead.
Salagia, he was saying that we know that the Most High uses men to do his bidding. So he's saying the offense is going to come, but even though the Most High is using that man, he still has to be punished for what he's done to you, even though you've been tried in the fire.
Right. That's true. What else though? It just goes, like, It needs to be finished. So it's like you say, it's a way to prove yourself, right? It's like Job. Job had to prove himself, right? But you're proving yourself that what? Because of what reason?
So I can say if I make because Christ proved himself.
And you're doing it for what?
To be a part of him, like you said.
Will you follow the law if you offended?
Will I?
I mean, I know the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? I know what you believe in. I know what you would do. But that's what they're saying. Right. If you're offended, what you do with it? Do you go out and act belligerent? Do you act the damn fool? What do you do? Because the offense is going to come. Right. What do you do when a brother offends you? What do you do with it? I'm only asking that for one reason. It can only be, you know what I'm saying? It can only be one thing. Come on.
So like you can either take it as learningness or forgive that brother.
What else? Go. What's up?
So I can make sure cut it off.
Cut it off, or what else?
You can remove the distraction.
If a brother has offended you, you do what?
Oh, so like if a mate go to him and him alone.
What are that?
Matthew 18 and 15.
Well, that's what we at, then. It's the reason why I said it. But stop before you go there, though. We talk about a brother that offend you, and we're in Matthew when we say you're going to him and him alone. When would you know that a brother offended you?
So like if a mate, when he's not upholding his duty as your brother. He's not being that, you know, I'm not saying that. He's not being that person that you can look to and say, you know, I know he got my back. I know he following the law, statutes, and commandments. So he's my brother.
Cool. Yeah. And what type of person is able to pick that out fast as hell?
So like I mentioned, a person that's following the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's true. And who else?
The oppressor.
A child. But a child gonna see something when you do something wrong, brother.
Right.
Daddy, why you look so mean, Daddy? Daddy, you said that one time, but you didn't say it the way you said it this time, Daddy. A child gonna hold you to it, brother. And if you do something against one of these little ones, and as a brother, once you begin to learn that, if you're offended by him, you have what? The responsibility of going to him and him alone. So let's go to 15.
So the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
That's your brother, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. You know how many lives that would save? You know how many children would be born? You know how beautiful it is to actually hash some things out? The oppressor don't do things like that. You know, oppressor matter, he dropping bombs on y'all. Right. I seen this other day on the news. This brother, the cop was chasing after him, right? And the general was bringing out the other night, and it was like the cop actually could have ran and caught this brother that was running from him. He would literally could have just maybe took another 10 steps, and he would have got Jake. Nah, he stopped, put out his gun. You know how much you know what you got to be thinking to shoot somebody like that. You don't even see him as a person. We was talking about the in the military. You got the MAT-Vs, right? And they have what's the system that's called on them where they actually control by the joystick? What you call it? Yeah, the crow system at the top of it. It's digital, Ayathon. And in this digital world that we live in, it actually have like the alignments for targets. Like you can literally lock on the targets with this crow system. It takes away the interaction, the interpersonal thing that you have with the target, and just makes it a video game, brother. You get what I'm saying? It makes it real life. Give me some of them video games y'all be playing. Gears of War, Call of Duty. in real life. And then what it do, it gives you a fictional world in real life. The oppressor has a way of distorting reality, so you don't even know the type of hell that you in. You don't even recognize the type of what we in. You don't even recognize the type of danger that you in, huh? You running from somebody that you don't. He's coming to kill. Right? That's what the oppressor. You think he's coming to talk? If you're a criminal, which 56% of us are, but between the age of 18 to 25, he's not coming to talk. Yeah, you think we have a good conversation? They was talking about that the other day. You ever been into an interrogation room? You never been in an interrogation room? You sit in an interrogation room. One thing I remember about interrogation room, brother, it's cold in there, brother. I mean, you in there, woo, Salaki. I mean, I ain't trying to tell on myself, you know, the old man, you know what I'm saying? But you in there and you cold, man. I mean, Cordell, God, what the hell they got this? How many people was in the car with you? 3. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Cordell, you telling on everybody, Cordell. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, brother, man, I ain't crack. I ain't tell them nothing. You told them something. You may have thought it was nothing, but you said something. You know what I'm saying? You gave them exactly what they needed. Cause you like, man, good night. It's cold in here, brother. It's cold. The oppressor has these different tactics to make sure that they break your spirit, brother. You think Christmas is something for you to celebrate? Christmas is something that is made for you to get broken. It's made to break your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You think 4th of July is something that we're supposed to celebrate? It's made for you to break your spirit, huh? You don't believe me, right? You think it's about fireworks and saying happy 4th of July. Now, what brother you know would want to wear a red, white, and blue shirt? You know what America has done to us. You know this ain't the home of the free and the brave, the liberty and justice for all. You know this now. But what you doing with them goddamn red, white, and blue socks on with the flag on it? What is that about? So you going against your very nature that says that you are in what? You are in danger here inside of America, and you still want to represent the things that is allowing you to be what? In what? In danger. It's breaking your spirit, and we don't even see it. Because we're going to get drunk and pass out, and what's the thing we're going to say, man? I get up and go where? To the slave. Who don't say that? Man, they gave me off today, man, but tomorrow I got to go to this slave. Right. Hey, it's right there in front of us. Like I said, we don't even recognize that we're in what? We don't even see it. So instead of us going through all that danger, why can't I just go to my brother and him alone? Why don't I have the mindset to want to fix it? Because I'm distracted. I'm distracted by the ways of America. I'm distracted by envying my oppressor. You see Tim and Bob have some kind of disagreement. They fix it. You don't know how they fix it, but somehow they on a fishing boat together. They fix it because they make sure that they hate you more than they hate each other. Right. That you think they not on that fishing boat talking and going golfing, talking about, you know, what you did. Them oppressors, they share their wives like it's nothing. It's nothing for them to do it. Right. Oh, you want to sleep with Sarah? You can take her out this weekend, Jim. She ain't doing nothing for me anyway. Maybe she'll do more for you. Nah, it could be some oppressors who don't live like that. That's just, in my mind, that's how I look at them. You understand? Right. I think they always having conversations about how can they destroy the Lord's chosen people and how to sleep with each other's wives. Right. That's where we get it from. That old porno you used to sneak and watch in your daddy's room, Debbie Does Dallas. That's where you got it from. Yeah, there won't no writing on it. Your daddy know you was in that Washington because he left it in a certain spot. My bad, Quadog. You know what I'm saying? Quadog, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it was just me, you know what I'm saying? That old man. It could be the lies that we live as a nation of people, man. We're in danger and we don't even know it. That's why it's so important that we go to each other as brothers, like these scriptures saying. I'll never go and talk out anything with some y'all if I don't see him like a brother. But if I see him like a brother and I see him like a man, brother, the only thing I can do is say it's on me. And he gonna feel it out. He not gonna hate me. You understand? But if you come with the ways of America, all cunning and conniving, trying to get one up on a brother, you know he gonna see straight through all of that. Huh? You gonna see it, and he gonna see it too. You say, I thought we was down. No, brother, you knew we went down. You know we went down. Huh? Read on.
Go and tell him his fault.
Do what? Go and tell him what?
His fault.
Go and tell him what?
His fault.
Why? Why? This brotherhood. Why you going and telling your brother his fault? Come on, our boss.
So I can make sure because he offended you.
That's true, but what else? Come on, Althania.
So he can fix it.
So he can fix it.
Right.
You give him an opportunity to be like, you know what? So I ain't even see it like that, brother. But that brother says anything else outside of that, what you supposed to do? Our boss.
So I can make sure the water.
The water. What you mean?
Salakia. That's what was it? Jeremiah broke it down. He said to say anything other than Salakia and with the water.
And then what?
Take him to counsel.
Damn, dude, that what I was waiting on. Salakia. You threw me off. I was like, the water. Wait a minute. What in the camel hump? You understand? But nah, that's what you supposed to be taking to. Don't even worry about it, huh? Because somehow it ain't registering with the brother. It ain't registering with the sister. But when you got trio love, I'm talking about like real brotherhood love, that brother do something or that sister do something, you can say something, and before you even they see you coming, and in their mind it's registering already. Damn, Salaki, brother. Salaki, bro. My bad. It's on me. And with that, brother, you can become like a child like that. You can say you know what I'm saying? You can be willing to be corrected once you see that type of love, man. But you're not gonna put your guard down if somebody talking to you crazy all the goddamn time. It's like you a child and shut up, all that crying and carrying on. You know what I'm saying? You be like, man, what? I'm wasting my damn time. Brother come in, he says, Salak, y'all. You start seeing how they treat other brothers. You seeing how we interact with other sisters, and you start realizing, like, you know what? Maybe I don't have to be part of that 56%. Maybe I can be part of that 144.
Right.
Maybe I don't have to fix my problems the way the world told me I had to fix my problem. Maybe I can fix my problems just talking to my brother. And then after you fix it, read on.
Between thee and him alone.
Between who?
Thee and him alone.
Brother, that's how you do it. I know we don't talk about these. We don't talk about this brotherhood breakdown 1,000 times. But it's somebody out there on the YouTube and what they call it. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all get them the alligators up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't said that one in a minute. I need them algorithms. And then what they call them? Algorithms. I need the alligators up because we need to make sure that this is going throughout the planet Earth. Open at the internet and the airways. Right. And that's how we fix our people. We fixing them by showing them their faults. That's how we change brothers, man. That's how we build men. You don't build no man by lying to him. You build a man by you telling him the truth. Hey, you messing with a whore. You messing with her, you're going to have every STD that they ever put in the goddamn manual. And your penis never going to work right. He would not be, maybe he would, but he would never tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? But we hope a brother would not follow down that road. You feel what I'm saying? Right. That's just man things. You understand? And guess what? He'll pick that up. He'll learn what a whore is. He'll learn how to spot her from a mile away. Got a sister, you teach her what a man's supposed to do, what a man's supposed to look like, how he's supposed to lead, the things that he's supposed to follow. Guess what? She gonna recognize a man a mile away. But if you don't teach your children what a man look like and not to play with wild ass gorillas, guess what she gonna do? She gonna play with gorillas and pick men that ain't no good for her. Right. She's not gonna recognize what? She's not gonna recognize danger. Huh? She's not. That's what happens when we choose the oppressor ways. You think we choose the oppressor ways because it looks like fun and they having just a joyous occasion. We're like children to them, looking up and looking at all the bright lights. I was so like a sidebar if I may. This is something I noticed. I went down to I think I was in Raleigh. So I was somewhere in Raleigh, but in Raleigh, right? On this, I forgot the street that I was on, Kawal, but you see the signs, they was all like basic paint. They didn't have colors. They didn't have colors on them, if I may. You know what I'm saying? They was all like a off-white kind of color in the background. All the restaurants was in black letters with white backgrounds, if I may. This was in Raleigh. And in my mind, I scratched my head. My first time I seen it, I was like, why did they do that? Because with the oppressor, they go out and get what they want. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be sold a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, sold anything. They go and get what they want. But you see, if you go to Durham, every smoking tobacco shop got lights flashing the whole goddamn time. Huh? Every liquor store open. Why is that? Why? Come on. So you can see it a mile away. So it can draw you in, Kawal. Pull you in. And if you're like a child just looking to be taught, you won't understand what the type of danger that you're in. America is filled with flashing lights every goddamn where, man. The television, social media is flashing lights all the goddamn time. And you've been mesmerized by that girl on Instagram and boom, 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 boom. Ain't that what they be doing? You in there like, yeah, you don't start dancing with her. Now you're 10 minutes late for work. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. ESPN. Now the sound alone. The Lord, his horn and his siren say, cry loud and spare not. Warn the people, man. Right. Ain't no goddamn distractions, dog. It's telling you what's going on out in the world. It's telling you that the oppressor is the devil that this Bible speaks of, and all these heathen nations are against you. You understand? So that's why the Lord severed us, so you can be able to see those things. But if you're in the water with the goddamn sharks, you're never going to be able to see it. Huh? Right. And you wonder why your arms missing. And that's why the scriptures say that arms, eyes, leg offended, plug it out. Get rid of it. Well, that means some things you may have to cut off. Huh? That's right. Some family members may just have to get cut off. That's right. That girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend or the cousin. That's always, hey man, come get high with me, man. Just roll up, man. Don't nobody roll them like you roll them. You like, yeah, don't nobody roll them like you'll fall into it. Right. Man, your cigarellos be tight and some of them be messed up. Remember that song where you was saying that, Kawal? All my sweets gonna smoke. What? Wait a minute. This is what we accepted, not knowing that what comes with smoking weed in your car happens. It's when the cops pull you over, now you gotta let down all the windows in your car. Right. And you hoping he cool. Man, I hope he cool. Nah, you should have hoped that you should have never got into smoking in your car. Right. You see how the road goes? Everything that we think is somehow big enough in our lives are trying to get us to move forward our thumb. And this empire, Christianity sets us back 10 paces out. We think we're moving forward in America, but the whole time we're being destroyed. Finish reading that.
Sir. Verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
No, verse 15. End of verse 15. If he shall hear thee.
If he do what?
If he shall hear thee.
Go ahead.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
What does it mean if he shall hear thee? What does that mean? Come on.
So like you said, if I may, like you said, you went to that brother and told him his fault. Like he said, he'd be like, "Oh, Salaki, brother," you know what I'm saying? And he understand where you're coming from and fixes that. And he's heard what you said. He's trying to, gain your brother back.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. And what does it mean to gain a brother? Come on, I thank you.
So lucky y'all could have formed a bond over that little situation. Like, y'all could be laughing about it every time you see, like, what that time, remember that
Mm-hmm.
And now y'all are your best friends.
You can't. But the one thing that it does not say, you didn't gain or what? Nah, you're right. You gained a friend, but what didn't you gain? Come on, Kawhi. You didn't gain an enemy, brother. You don't go to that brother and y'all keep going back and forth and something pop off. He's no longer be a friend after a little bit out. He gonna be on site, nigga. He gonna become one of them. Y'all ever heard that before? When I see you, well, it's on. It's on. I ain't gonna do no talking. You said what you said. All right, cool. Let's see it. That's the world. But in here, you had a responsibility of being like, you know what, let's fix it. Let's fix it. I was talking about this other day. I want to be the brother that's old with grandkids and back hurting and smelling like Bengay every goddamn day. Uncle, you smell like Bengay in your back. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to enjoy it. Right? But now they tell our children, like, you live fast, die young.
Right.
What the hell is that? I want to be a legend. How? You gonna be a legend at what? 26 because you wrote one goddamn album, one song that's on the radio for 3 months,
Right?
2 quarters at the most, and you think you're a goddamn legend? You see these young rappers, man. We losing these young babies to absolutely nothing out here, man.
Right.
Little children. And that's why Christ said what he said about the millstone and throw them at the depth of the sea. Right. Think about all the things that a Christian pastor could say, but he can't say because he don't know what to say because of Christianity, man. He don't know what to say, so he'll say the same goddamn thing he been saying is every goddamn sermon, and nobody gets nothing. He gets it all. He get all the glory, and no nothing go to the Most High. He takes all the money, and no nothing go back to the community. Right. And the people are left starving. They leave that church broken. Come in now broke, leave even more broke. Right. They come in there like children, man. They come out of that 56% that we talking about, and they go and sit down in them church pews, hoping somebody give them something. But then they get fed the ways of the world. And everybody knows when something is authentic, God. It's filled with preservatives and all kind of fillers. It just don't taste right. That's what Christianity is. It's like, well, man, just it tastes white, if I may. It's like bad coffee. You know what I'm saying? You ever taste bad coffee before? In the coffee grounds in it, you just, damn, what the hell are you? Can't even drink it. So you try to put sugar in it, right? Oh man, it ain't taste right. Try to add a little cream to it. Still don't work. Why? Because it was messed up from the beginning now. And that's what Christianity is. That's what this earth is. Right. That's what America is. It's messed up from the beginning. So you can add all the goddamn sugar and cream and all the other little designer things that you want to put on the outside of the goddamn glass. The glass dirty, my dog. What you gonna do? You got what they call them? what they call the things outside of the house that when you flush the toilet that they go into, what they call the septic tank. Yeah, you don't you got septic water in the bottom of the glass, and you want to pretend that it's supposed to be Kool-Aid. Everybody know what septic water smell like, don't it? Y'all ever smell raw sewage? Come on, you you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you want to have me to believe that I'm supposed to be drinking this. Every brother in here done picked up a Bible before they came into the I.S.U.P.K. All of us have. Whether you was Christian or not, every brother that I've ever met that came into this life as a brother I picked up this Bible. But the things that we read in this Bible, we never knew they was in there. The lessons that we learned in this Bible, we never knew they was in there. And what else that we didn't know was in there? We didn't know we was in here. We didn't know what brotherhood was. We didn't know any of it. We thought brotherhood was nowhere in here. We didn't understand the definition of brotherhood. So you come in here like, that's why I say y'all come in like children, like babes. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get the milk, so you can learn what's really in here. You got the first little lactation that you get when you first born, where they say we latching on. Deuteronomy 28, you pop the nipple in and you're good, right? You start latching on, and then you get into the meat. We're talking about the 7 horns and the 10 crowns, or the 10 crowns and 7 horns. You start breaking down Daniel 7. You start, oh man. Then you realize this book is all about me. And the Lord severed me from everybody else. You realize these other nations never love you. And in realizing that the other nations never loved you, you'll learn to give your love to the only one who truly deserves it.
Right.
And that's your brother. And that's your sister. The ones that's in the ghetto that everybody wants you to hate. The ones that's sleeping on the streets that everybody wants you to hate. The ones that are robbing and killing that the news tears down every goddamn day. That's us. Read on, our boy.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
But if he will not hear thee.
But if he will what?
Not hear thee.
Go ahead.
Then take with thee
1
or 2 more.
2 of them. Why?
That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
What does that mean? Oh, Shamyar, go ahead.
So like I said, I mean, other brothers got to hear what the conflict was between you and that brother. So they're kind of a witness if y'all don't come to no agreement.
True. But what also does that help though? Shamyar, you got it? I know you know. What else does that help?
Well, it helps with I guess a brother seeing the point of view. I'm not sure.
That's true, but I mean, like what else though? What else does it help? Go ahead.
Sorry, but basically it helps with keeping track of what was said and who said what.
That's true. Ain't what I'm looking for. Come on, Kwa.
In kind of a sense, like if I'm robbing a bank and I want to get away with it, I gotta kill the witnesses. Or if I'm doing something where you get rid of the witnesses, people don't want the witnesses there because witnesses can testify to what you said or did.
That's true.
But in this matter, I'm thinking it's more like to prevent it. Like it means of like damage control and order. Like I know that if I have 2 witnesses or 2 witnesses that I can't lie because they're going to testify that I didn't that I lied. They were there to see it or hear it. So it should be like a deterrent almost for brothers not to even do it, because we here and I say something outlandish and you get charged me for it. I got 3 witnesses saying I did it.
All y'all are right.
Watch my mouth.
But let me give you something else to think about though. If you bring a witness to something that is already in place and you really trying to get to the bottom of it, you're no longer focused on what this brother did. You're more or less making sure that he understands your point of view. Like if I sit here and argue with my brother back and forth, I'm right and he wrong, because that's just where I'm at. You understand? I'm focused on solely proving him that he wrong. But if I'm telling our bod the story or whatnot, I'm not focused on whatever issue that I may have with him. I'm just trying to tell him my story. And you doing the same thing. And he gonna be like, yeah, bro, I think you understand, brother. That makes sense. And you gonna be like, yeah, man, well, damn, all the thing he had to do was say this, brother. then you be like, damn, I can't. It's a way of communicating your thoughts without being angry at your brother. If I'm just going back and forth with me and Kawal going back and forth all day, we ain't gonna get no goddamn where. He gonna be stuck on proving, getting me to see what he want me to see. But if I take me and Kawal out of the issue and bring Shalom in, I'm gonna say, listen, Shalom biased. Cause he at the end of the day, Shalom want the issue solved. Shalom want all of us to get along as brothers. Shalom ain't got no malice. He want this issue fixed so we can go and shoot pool. Done. Speak your piece. You gonna tell your brother. And Shalom gonna say, well, why don't y'all just do this? Shalom, he ain't got no horse in the race outside of being in the race together. Right? You get what I'm saying? We all trying to win, right? That's the goal. We're a team. We're trying to win. But we going back and forth with each other. All the rest of the players, they're going to be struggling because we all need each other. Why don't I just get a brother who understands what we need and we can put this team together and go win the game? I always respond back to, sports terminology. That's just how I do it. But the goal is to win. And Shamyar, he going to understand that. Shamyar going to say, both y'all brothers are valuable to me. I understand what you're saying. I understand what he's saying. Well, both y'all are valuable to me. Y'all don't have to squash it. And sometimes that love for that one brother that's going to tell us to squash it always outweigh the issue that you and I will have. Because we'll rather make sure our brother's not, mad at us for doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying? And moving on and sitting there going back and forth. That's brotherhood. Because your brother going to be like, man, y'all don't kill that shit. So like, y'all don't cuss that noise out. That's what your brother going to say. And guess what you can't do? You can't try to sway him to be like, hey, man, you remember when he said that?
Right.
Nah, you can't do that. Read on.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
Tell unto who?
The church.
All right, go ahead.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
So what is this saying?
So like the Mason is saying, if you don't hear them witnesses.
What is church?
The general, sir. I would say the elders.
Who else? Come on, show me y'all.
The authorities.
Congregation.
That's right.
Bring them before the congregation. You gotta let it all be known now.
That's right.
We try to squash it right here. Y'all still ain't fixed it. Let it be known by all. And letting it be known by all that that this brother did not want to fix it, then guess what happens? Go ahead. Read that again.
Sir. And if he shall neglect to hear them.
If who?
He shall neglect to hear them.
So it says he. What is it? Why does it say he? It don't say they. Why does it say he? It don't say he. It don't say they, does it? It says he. Why does it say he? Why does it say he? Come on, Aithan.
So because it's like when you go to that council or you go before that judge, somebody right, somebody wrong.
Somebody right and somebody wrong.
Right. And so that person that when that jurisdiction or when that
judgment
come down, that one that's wrong, if you don't want to hear it, then in here, once it goes before the council and here, you don't want to hear it, then it's known like it's passed to the entire school. The
entire what? Or the entire, according to the scripture, church or congregation, right?
That this brother is like this happened, this brother didn't accept, like this brother is out or, removed from the school or whatever.
And what it go? Come on, Shamro.
So like it equated them to a heathen. So we know a heathen can't come in these classes.
Right. And the heathen
can't come to no barbecue.
And what it really and when you talk about a heathen, what essentially makes a heathen, if I may? The ways that they choose.
That's right.
You're not following the ways of the Lord. You envying the oppressor. That's what he is choosing to do. His brothers is trying to fix them so they can stay brothers. That's right. But his him, her, is making their own goddamn decision and choosing the ways of the world instead of they didn't listen to the brother that went to him and him alone. They didn't listen to the witness that were there. They didn't listen to the counsel that was given. They didn't listen to the congregation when they brought it before the congregation. So, all right, brother, well, you want to do your own goddamn thing. So you'll be counted as a heathen and a publican. But guess what happened? That's the decision that he made.
Right.
Because he could have just been like, you know what? He could have just humbled himself as a child and be taught how to deal with it the right way.
Right.
And that's the responsibility that we all have. When you cross a line with a brother, man, you had a responsibility to be like, you know what? Let me humble myself. Maybe I was wrong. I was wrong. You see that little maybe? Oh, man, I may have did something. No, you did. That's your way of weaseling out of correction. You didn't come like a child. You know, so that's some slick stuff an adult would do when they don't want to change. A child would be like, yeah, teach me the right way.
Right.
And that's what we all come in here for, to get taught the right way.
Right.
We ain't in here wasting time. I don't think they ain't part of my plan anyhow. And I know when y'all come through these doors, I know each and every last one of y'all brothers take each other serious as brothers. From Kawal all the way down to young man Kevin. There's a reason why he's sitting right there in all black. You tell him to put on black? You just knew to put it on, right? Oh, he you know.
The announcements.
Oh, he knew from the announcement. He realized he didn't want to be in what? Most High in Christ. Give him a hand. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over and preach the prophet of the Lord. Shalom y'all. YAHANNA.
I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K starting out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocation is the memorial blowing of the trumpets. Stand by for the date.
September 6th.
Salakia. The water, brother. September 6th is the memorial blowing of the trumpet. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, needs to start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. And with that, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel. Madim. Madim Shabbat. Madim. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shop Rockethon.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shop Rockethon.
Yadamata. You have any sisters, sir?
Come on, sister.
We're going to render one courtesy salute to the sister, men of Israel. Madim Shabbat. Madim. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh Shop.
Yadamata. Class dismissed.